Chapter 102, Absorbing the Blue-Silver Emperor Spirit Bone. Ian begins her resurrection. If Song Yi still couldn't react to this, he would truly be a fool. His Tree of Life spirit possessed the ability to resonate with all plants. The Tree of Life was truly the king of all plants. Therefore, through this connection, Ian could attempt to communicate with Song Yi. Who are you? Why have you come here, and how are you able to communicate with me? Ian's voice sounded once more. Song Yi released his Tree of Life spirit, and soon, golden light radiated from the Tree of Life. Ian's voice became increasingly distinct. This, what is this? Your spirit is actually able to connect with me. And your spirit seems even more noble than the Blue-Silver Emperor. It is the true dominator of all plants. Hearing this, Song Yi was lost in thought and replied. It seems this is truly an opportunity. My name is Song Yi. To be honest, I have come to take your 100,000-year spirit bone. As a spirit master, I will not let such a treasure as a spirit bone slip by. I know who you are, Ian, the former Blue-Silver Emperor who was harmed like this because you married Tang Hao. Since you can communicate with me and I am taking your spirit bone, how about this? I can take you to a place that will increase your growth rate by at least 10 or 100 times. How about we use this as the terms of trade for the spirit bone? Upon hearing this, Ian was immensely shocked. Who exactly was this person? Why did he possess a true king of plant spirit, and why did he seem so familiar with what had happened to her? He even knew about the 100,000-year spirit bone. Ian heard this and responded helplessly, do I have a choice? I am now merely a common blue-silver grass of 10 years or so. Back then, for Brother Hao, I gave everything. I have already gifted this spirit bone to Brother Hao. Logically speaking, this is Brother Hao's spirit bone, merely stored here temporarily. That doesn't matter, Song Yi sneered. I am not a good person, but at least I am not a hypocrite. I will obtain the spirit bone, and I will not report this to Tang Hao. In my opinion, Tang Hao is even less of a good person. Whether you agree or not, I will do it anyway. If you are not convinced, wait until you have reformed in the future and come find me. Since I took your item, I have the absolute confidence to ensure you cannot take it back. Song Yi couldn't be bothered with all that anymore. If it were someone else's spirit bone, he would not have come here to steal it, but Tang San was different. He now had sufficient talent, and there would definitely be a conflict with Tang San in the future. He must absolutely not let Tang San obtain better resources. Otherwise, if his own path to becoming a god did not go smoothly, would he not be forever crushed under the feet of a little beast like Tang San? After finishing, Song Yi immediately found the hidden compartment, preparing to take Ian's spirit bone right then and there. However, Ian did not stop him. She was also a calm person and knew there was no chance to resist now. Ian responded. You may take the spirit bone, and I do not need you to help me find some good place. I only ask that you take me back to a place called the Blue-Silver Forest. I can guide you. When the time comes, if you send me there and I recover my cultivation, I will definitely repay you. Oh. Song Yi was stunned. He had not expected Ian to be willing to let him take the spirit bone. And the price was merely to return to the Blue-Silver Forest. Was she trying to use the life force of the Blue-Silver Forest to accelerate her growth, or was she wanting to seek the help of the Blue-Silver King? If that was truly the case, sending her there to resolve this karma so easily was better than he had imagined. Song Yi asked, are you sure? I do not need any repayment from you, I only want this spirit bone. Ian nodded, take me there. During this time, I have thought through too many things. Perhaps only by returning can I deal with those matters. The spirit bone is useless to me now. What I want to do is take revenge. Song Yi had not expected this Ian to have such thoughts. The original story never depicted this Ian having thoughts of revenge. Could it be that staying here for too long had caused her emotions to fluctuate? Did she discover an outsider like him appearing, and therefore decided to borrow the strength of an outsider? It seemed he had caused some butterfly effects again. But as the saying goes, Song Yi did not care. He felt that if she was the one proposing the terms and he could easily resolve this karma, then that was a good thing. Fine, anyway, I have no grudge against you. This spirit bone is indeed useless to you now, and you might even thank me. Otherwise, if this spirit bone were to fall into the hands of Sanzi, that would truly be an insult to you. Song Yi did not continue with useless talk, he directly dug Ian out, along with some soil. As for the spirit bone, he quickly collected it and stored it into his spirit tool. The Blue-Silver Forest was not hard to find. Ian could use her leaves to find the direction through her senses. Before leaving, Song Yi even spent over an hour absorbing the Blue-Silver Emperor right leg bone. Now, Song Yi also possessed flight capabilities, and his own spirit power was even more exaggerated. By about evening, Song Yi finally arrived at the Blue-Silver Forest. This was an area covered in blue-silver grass, and even had a large number of giant blue-silver grass. As soon as Song Yi entered, he sensed these blue-silver grasses responding to his own spirit. It was as if he were willing, he could suppress all the blue-silver grass here. And the moment he entered, a special voice appeared in his mind. Heavens, King! The previous king has actually been brought back. Could today truly be the opportunity for the revival of my blue-silver clan? The new king just left, and the previous king has immediately returned, and even brought along an existence with even stronger life force. Wait, isn't the previous king the new king's mother? Why didn't they come together? Song Yi had only just entered, yet he heard these words all the same. He was stunned. What? The new king has been here. The new king, they must be talking about that guy Sanzi. Shouldn't he have to be level 50 before he can come here? Why would? Song Yi could hardly imagine what had happened during these days. Why would Tang-san awaken the Blue-Silver Emperor early to increase his strength? Furthermore, Ian was equally shocked and terrified upon hearing this. What? Could it be that that little beast has already been here? No, could it be that he has already become the new Blue-Silver Emperor? Sir, quickly put me down. Ian communicated with Song Yi again. She was incredibly anxious and said rapidly. Sir, our trade is complete. You should leave. Just leave me here, and I will definitely repay you in the future. This, Song Yi did not know what Ian was thinking, but he still put her down. He was also incredibly surprised. Why would Tang-san awaken early? One had to know, in the entire Duluo continent, even Bibi Dong did not scare him. After all, Bibi Dong was just a genius, not a cheater. But Tang-san was different. This guy was the protagonist, a person truly favored by the gods. Since he had decided to walk the path of becoming stronger, he would definitely clash with Tang-san in the future. The faster Tang-san progressed, the greater the threat he posed to himself. Could it be that because he had risen too quickly, the gods or fate behind the scenes were also accelerating Tang-san's growth? Chapter 103, A Sharp Critique of Bai Chenqiang. Just a tool for model Lecher's desires. This thought immediately appeared in Song Yi's mind. He felt his speculation was absolutely reasonable. Tang-san was the protagonist, representing the luck of this era of the Duluo continent. The concept of luck in Xuanwan novels is often ethereal, yet it is quite profound and magical. Song Yi's expression darkened as he buried Ian into the soil. He thought for a moment, this Ian was currently just a blade of grass and of no use to him. He had obtained the spirit bone and even absorbed it, so there was no point in staying here. If Tang-san's growth speed really accelerated, who knows if the ice and fire yin-yang well would suffer. One had to know that there were still some immortal herb and spiritual plant inside. No, I must hurry back and strip the ice and fire yin-yang well bare. I can't leave anything for Tang-san. Song Yi then replied to Ian. Very well, I have important matters to attend to, so I must depart. I certainly took advantage of you regarding this Blue-Silver Emperor spirit bone. If you need help in the future, you can look for me. He said this politely, then quickly activated the spirit bone's flight skill and headed back toward Heaven Do City. After Song Yi left, Ian sighed, wondering what she was thinking. At this moment, the Blue-Silver King asked, My king, you have finally returned. For these past 10 years or so, we have been homeless children, until today, when your child reawakened and achieved the status of the new Blue-Silver Emperor. I didn't expect you to also descend again. However, why did you come following such a human spirit master? I sense that this human spirit master seems to possess a plant bloodline even more noble than the Blue-Silver Emperor. Why didn't you come together with the new king? The Blue-Silver King asked normally, just wanting to know the situation. Unexpectedly, upon hearing this, Ian stated directly. I tried my best to come, but I didn't expect to still be late. That is not my child. My child died back when I performed the sacrifice. The one who came to awaken now is an alien being that has usurped the nest and occupied my child's body. I only learned the truth not long ago. I originally wanted to stop this, but ultimately. Sigh. Ian let out a long sigh, only able to feel the immense pain in her heart. Upon hearing this, the Blue-Silver King was completely terrified and exclaimed on the spot. What? An alien being? That is not our king at all, but an alien who has occupied our king's body. This, how is that possible? My king, could you have made a mistake? The Blue-Silver King still couldn't believe it. But immediately after, Ian recounted Tang-san's entire origin. Once it was made clear, the Blue-Silver King and the others truly believed it. For a moment, the Blue-Silver King felt immense self-reproach. No, how could it be like this? Damn it, I actually personally performed the awakening of the Blue-Silver Emperor for an alien today. My king, this is all my fault. I didn't expect. Damn it. An alien from another world has absolutely no qualifications to be called the king of our Blue-Silver clan. In that other world, who knows if there's even any Blue-Silver grass? How could we let him? I am sorry, my king. Ian swayed her body and explained. This is not your problem, it is that Tang-san who disguised himself too well. He might even truly believe himself that he is my child. I have lost all my cultivation, but I am still the former Blue-Silver Emperor. I do not want to die, and no one can kill me. Now, I can only rely on the power of my subjects, directly infusing their life force to resurrect me. I originally would never have agreed to this method because it would sacrifice thousands upon thousands of Blue-Silver grass subjects. But if I do not do this, once Tang-san completely occupies the position of the Blue-Silver Emperor in the future, I will have no chance at all. I must be resurrected to eliminate Tang-san and create true eternal peace for the Blue-Silver clan. The Blue-Silver King responded while controlling his massive body. His heart was also filled with boundless rage. An alien had deceived their Blue-Silver Emperor, this could absolutely not be tolerated. For the future of the Blue-Silver clan, what did it matter if those Blue-Silver grass subjects were sacrificed? If millions of Blue-Silver grass died, it was for the growth of the entire Blue-Silver clan in the future. The Blue-Silver King said without hesitation, "My king, rest assured, I will definitely help you recover. I am also a Blue-Silver King. Even if I infuse all my current cultivation into you, I will not die. As long as there is enough time, I can resurrect thousands upon thousands of Blue-Silver subjects. Right now, our king has encountered human deception and needs our help. For the future of our Blue-Silver clan, please voluntarily offer your life force. Who is willing to sacrifice themselves for our Blue-Silver clan?" The next second, following the Blue-Silver King's call. In an instant, all the Blue-Silver grass in the entire Blue-Silver forest began to respond. Blades of Blue-Silver grass constantly swayed their bodies, fearing they wouldn't be able to offer their power. Ian saw this scene and was also deeply moved. She knew that those Blue-Silver grass without enough cultivation had no ability to resurrect. The life force of Blue-Silver grass is only truly manifested in the late stage. A 10,000-year Blue-Silver King might be able to resurrect later, while a 100,000-year Blue-Silver Emperor cannot be killed by anyone except through sacrifice. But for those 10-year or 100-year Blue-Silver grass, once they offered their sacrifice, they would lose their lives completely. Yet, besides their life advantage, the greatest strength of the Blue-Silver clan is their unity, their ceaseless cycle of life, and the connection between generations. Ian no longer had a physical body, otherwise, she would have shed tears because of this. Ian said painfully, "Children, I have failed you. Back then, I was seduced by a human spirit master, transformed into a human, and even married a human spirit master and had children. At that time, I had neglected my responsibilities as the Blue-Silver Emperor. But from today on, I will surely shoulder my responsibilities forever and provide protection for our Blue-Silver clan. Children, I will remember your sacrifices forever." Since that is the case, the Blue-Silver King shouted, "Subjects! Let us, all Blue-Silver grass, offer our most noble blessings and respects." With this, the Blue-Silver King began to act as the main conduit, mobilizing the life force of all the Blue-Silver grass to slowly restore Ian's body and cultivation. On the other side, Songyi had no idea what would happen in the Blue-Silver forest, he just assumed Ian wanted to return home to accelerate her cultivation. He now had the ability to fly, so getting to Heaven Do City would be quite fast. However, it wasn't something he could reach in one night. He had only flown halfway when night arrived, and the system's critical evaluation task began to appear again. Songyi had no choice but to find a random hotel to stay at temporarily and finish today's critical evaluation task first. However, in this Duluoai era, since even the protagonist Tang-san had been critically evaluated, who else was there to evaluate? He entered the hotel and activated the system. The title above was clearly, "Please critically evaluate the second half of Bai Chenqiang's life, starting from when she first came into contact with the Shrek 7 Devils." Seeing this title, Songyi was stunned. So it's this foolish woman. Indeed, this foolish woman also has quite a lot that can be critically evaluated. Chapter 104. Clan members starving to death, yet they won't go earn money. The Speed clan might as well be called the beggar clan. Ian was at a critical stage of her resurrection at this moment, so she had no mind to watch any more sharp commentary. But the other characters were still waiting as usual. Inside the 7 treasure glazed tile school, Xiao Wu and the other two waited obediently. They were also very curious, now that the most critical figure, Tang-san, had been sharply commented on, who else could be commented on next? Yet, unexpectedly, as soon as the light screen was turned on, a brand new title appeared on it. Please provide sharp commentary on the second half of Bai Chenqiang's life, starting from her contact with the Shrek 7 Devils. The appearance of this title immediately made the 3 women realize something was wrong. Bai Chenqiang. Xiao Wu frowned and said, "Who is Bai Chenqiang? Why does it start from her contact with the Shrek 7 Devils? Could it be that she is also related to us in the future?" Ning Rongrong rubbed her chin and thought and said, "Someone with the surname Bai. I can't think of any particularly major figures for the moment. However, the name Bai Chenqiang sounds relatively young, and it's a girl. I have a feeling that she is probably another rather pitiful girl." Zhu Zuqing sighed and said, "Then let's watch first. If she is also harmed by those men from Shrek, we might be able to win her over later." The 3 women discussed this while continuing to observe the sharp commentary on the light screen. The Speed clan. Bai Chenqiang herself was staring at the light screen. After just one glance, her eyes widened, and she was almost terrified. What? It's going to provide sharp commentary on me already. No, what does starting from her contact with the Shrek 7 devils mean? I wouldn't be dragged into those animals, would I? During the day, Bai Chenqiang had already tried to find her grandfather, Bai He, wanting to go find the Tang-san. Of course, Bai He didn't take it seriously, thinking it was just a little girl talking nonsense. Bai Chenqiang was helpless and could only return to watch the sharp commentary on the light screen, hoping to get more useful information. But who could have expected that it would directly provide sharp commentary on her personally? Furthermore, the title clearly indicated that she would have contact with the Shrek 7 devils. Bai Chenqiang's face was gloomy as she stared fixedly at the light screen. Fine, very well. I'd like to see what could possibly happen when I have contact with these so-called Shrek 7 devils. Apart from herself, no one else knew who this Bai Chenqiang was. Most people just discussed it casually for a moment and then focused on watching the light screen. Inside the light screen, Song Yi prepared his wording slightly and, after briefly recalling the original plot, began his sharp commentary. After all, he was relying on his own memory, so there would naturally be some omissions, there was no way around that. He could only try his best to provide sharp commentary on everything he could think of. Bai Chenqiang, isn't that Ma Hongjun's accessory? Closing square bracket. That fat and disgusting lecher Ma Hongjun, if she can accept him, she can't blame anyone else. In the end, his ending is the most miserable. Closing square bracket. As for the character Bai Chenqiang, many people actually suspect that she was created simply to give Ma Hongjun a paired wife. Closing square bracket. He continued his normal sharp commentary. However, he didn't expect that after only saying 2 or 3 sentences, Bai Chenqiang, upon seeing them, would immediately become furious. The Speed Clan. What? Ma Hongjun's accessory, Ma Hongjun's paired wife. What is going on? This can't be possible. How could Bai Chenqiang have imagined that it would define her right from the start? She certainly knew who Ma Hongjun was now, previous sharp commentaries on others had mentioned this stinking idiot. He was just a most disgusting and shameless lecher, how could she ever fancy him? But she never expected that she would eventually become this lecher's wife. No. How could it be like this? I refuse to accept it. How could I possibly become the wife of such an animal? This must be something Tang-san and the others arranged. Damn it, I must destroy this so-called Shrek Academy, I must kill them. Bai Chenqiang gritted her teeth, her fists clenched tight. If she didn't have something to vent on, she would really want to punch the light screen. However, this was just the beginning. Bai Chenqiang kept venting, but it couldn't change the outcome, and the sharp commentary on the light screen continued. The others watched quite normally, just slightly surprised that a lecher like Ma Hongjun would have a wife. It was truly ridiculous. Inside the light screen, Bai Chenqiang's first appearance was when Tang-san subdued the 4 single-attribute clans. Closing square bracket. Titan, as the clan chief of the Strength clan, was not right in the head to begin with, so he quickly submitted to Tang-san, surrendered directly, and became a member of the Tang sect. Closing square bracket. Tang-san also planned to subdue the other 2 major clans, one of which was the Speed clan, the clan best at speed, whose members all possessed the needle-tailed swift spirit. Closing square bracket. Bai Chenqiang is the granddaughter of the Speed clan's Bai He. Her talent is quite good, around 18 years old, she has strength around rank 45. Closing square bracket. Judging by this, Bai Chenqiang's spirit power rank is quite good. After all, Feng Xiaodian, with his innate full spirit power, was not as good as Bai Chenqiang at a similar age. Closing square bracket. Perhaps Feng Xiaodian was not from a major family, so he lacked resources and cultivation methods. Closing square bracket. And Bai Chenqiang, as a descendant of the Speed clan, although the Speed clan lacked money and resources, was, after all, from a legacy family. They did not lack basic cultivation path planning and cultivation techniques. Closing square bracket. Of course, Bai Chenqiang thought so too, her cultivation and strength were already not inferior to those so-called geniuses. Closing square bracket. But when Tang-san brought people to subdue the Speed clan, Tang-san took out the godly Zug crossbow to tempt Bai He, wanting to sell it to Bai He for over 100 gold coins. Closing square bracket. Because Bai He and the others had no money but wanted the godly Zug crossbow, Tang-san proposed that he and Bai Chenqiang compete in speed. Closing square bracket. If she won, Bai Chenqiang would give Tang-san 100 gold coins. If she lost, Tang-san would give Bai He 1 godly Zug crossbow. Closing square bracket. From this point on, the foreshadowing and formal introduction of the character Bai Chenqiang began. Closing square bracket. However, just by looking at it, one can see the disgusting nature of the Speed clan and the sheer idiocy of this so-called clan chief Bai He. Closing square bracket. First of all, as one of the 4 legacy single-attribute clans, you, Bai He, are at least a spirit duo above rank 80. Closing square bracket. Possessing second-rate strength on the continent, you could do quite well wherever you went, yet because of your inner pride, you are unwilling to go out and earn money. Closing square bracket. The entire Speed clan couldn't even scrape together 150 gold coins to buy Tang-san's godly Zug crossbow. From this, one can see the decline of this so-called Speed clan. Closing square bracket. You even claim, with high-sounding words, that as noble spirit masters, the noble speed clan, you are absolutely unwilling to join any faction, nor are you willing to go out and earn money by delivering food or parcels. Closing square bracket. As the clan chief, you can certainly maintain this pride, because you are the strongest, and your clan members will support you. Closing square bracket. You, as a clan chief, can still afford to spend 100 gold coins, but what about the people under you? Closing square bracket. If you, as the clan chief, can at most only take out 100 gold coins, the people below you probably can't even take out a single gold coin, right? Closing square bracket. There are many spirit masters among the clan members who need money for daily cultivation and food. You don't let them collect the spirit hall subsidies, you don't let them go out to earn money, yet you yourself are unwilling to give them money. Closing square bracket. I don't know how this Baihe became a clan chief, always relying on the neighboring breaking clan for help, otherwise the clan members wouldn't even be able to afford a meal. Closing square bracket. Under such circumstances, you still insist on maintaining your so-called pride and are unwilling to lower your status. Closing square bracket. If you don't want your clan members to be insulted, as the clan chief, you are a spirit Duluo, it wouldn't be difficult to just work as a mercenary, take on a few missions, and earn thousands or tens of thousands of gold coins a year, right? Closing square bracket. However, you are unwilling, because you are a noble clan chief. Whether the people below you starve to death or not, what does it have to do with you? Closing square bracket. Chapter 105, Bai Chenqiang can still stomach Ma Hongjun. You are even hungrier than Dongzi. Speaking of which, although this is a sharp critique of Bai Chenqiang, Song Yi's critiques are often comprehensive. Bai Chenqiang's grandfather, Bai He, is a key figure who directly determined Bai Chenqiang's miserable life, so it is impossible not to mention him. Indeed, after such a sharp critique, the various female characters connected to the light screen couldn't help but feel disgusted. Du Guyan, this speed clan, I have heard of them before, their clan chief is indeed a spirit Duluo of the agility attack system above level 80. Du Guyan, I didn't expect them to be reduced to such a state that even taking out 100 gold coins is so difficult. Bing Bing is polite. Although I am not a noble, I can still come up with 100 gold coins, I just need to save a little. And this is a spirit Duluo. Hot girl, isn't it all because of the so-called face of these old men? What does it have to do with them if their subordinates suffer? Anyway, as leaders, no matter how miserable things get, they can always eat their fill of meat. BB Dong, how ridiculous. These four great clans originally followed the Clear Sky sect, only to be heartlessly abandoned by the Clear Sky sect in the end. BB Dong, and yet, this Speed clan still wants to join the Tang sect, aren't they just working under the Tang clan anyway? It's hilarious, they can't even produce 100 gold coins. Calm and composed Needle-tailed Swift, wait, that seems familiar. At Needle-tailed Swift you wouldn't happen to be Bai Chenqiang, would you? Calm and composed, our light screen connection seems to link relevant characters, so you must be Bai Chenqiang. Needle-tailed Swift, that's right, I am Bai Chenqiang. Since I've been found out anyway, it doesn't matter. Needle-tailed Swift, but no matter what, I will not let my grandfather join any Tang sect. We must kill the Tang San. BB Dong, ha ha ha, well said. It should have been like this long ago. If all of you in the Speed clan were this sensible, you could have just joined our spirit hall, and you wouldn't have to be so miserable. Needle-tailed Swift, impossible. It is because of your spirit hall that our Speed clan is so miserable, we will never join. BB Dong, Jianzunji was the one who attacked your Speed clan back then, what does that have to do with me? I wasn't even the Supreme Pontiff yet. Now, you would be better off joining my spirit hall to destroy Tang San and the Clear Sky sect together. Most loyal believer of the Sea God, alright, do you think they would actually join your spirit hall? Most loyal believer of the Sea God, however, I also think that, Bai Chenqiang, your grandfather is truly a piece of trash. A dignified spirit Duluo who managed to turn his clan into this state, it's truly disgusting. Most loyal believer of the Sea God, even with the targeting from the spirit hall, it shouldn't be so hard that even eating becomes a problem, forcing them to rely on others for support. He is truly a useless clan chief. Most loyal believer of the Sea God, a clan chief who doesn't take responsibility for his own clan, only caring about his own bit of face and dignity, that doesn't act like a man. Needle-tailed Swift, my grandfather has his reasons. After all, he is a spirit Duluo, how could he lower himself? Hot girl, so what if he's a spirit Duluo? If a titled Duluo has nothing to eat, they have to go earn money. Spirit Duluo, sounds so noble, as if people have to deliver food right to his face. Listening to these words, Bai Chenqiang frowned, feeling only distress in her heart. She stayed in her room, sighing over and over, and began to doubt. Could it be that my grandfather is really wrong? At least my grandfather and I don't have to worry about food and clothing, but the clansmen below don't even have the opportunity to earn money. Relying on the state where my grandfather can barely produce 100 gold coins to support them, this. You have to know, the appetite of a spirit master is much larger than that of an ordinary person, not to mention the consumption required for cultivate. Bai Chenqiang lowered her head, truly confused, feeling somewhat helpless and desperate. She had no choice but to continue watching the light screen, hoping to distract herself. The idiot on Bai He's side is perhaps also the key to why Bai Chenqiang is sufficiently idiotic later on. After all, as the saying goes, like grandfather, like granddaughter. Bai Yi's pride and arrogance have made Bai Chenqiang possess pride as well. Reaching over level 40 at 18 makes Bai Chenqiang feel that she is a very outstanding genius spirit master. Then, immediately after, her agreeing to compete in speed with Tang San naturally makes her a tool to set off Tang San, a tool for Tang San to slap her in the face. Before the match, Bai Chenqiang thought too highly of herself, believing she would surely win this round, but she didn't expect that after the match, Tang San would defeat Bai Chenqiang by relying on his ghost shadow perplexing track and purple demon eye. In her first appearance, she was slapped in the face by Tang San. Actually, thinking about it, it's normal. If someone is confident enough to challenge you, a spirit master specializing in speed, to a speed competition, is that person an idiot? If they didn't have the ability, would they have the guts to compete with you? Even so, Bai Chenqiang still underestimated the enemy and was contemptuous, losing the match. Moreover, during the match, both sides agreed on the duration of one incense stick. If Bai Chenqiang touched Tang San, she would win. And the result? That lecherous thing Ma Hongjun used his own Phoenix True Fire to light the incense, causing the incense to burn much faster than usual. This was also a key factor in Bai Chenqiang losing the match, and Ma Hongjun even shamelessly said, even if I give you another incense stick, you still wouldn't be able to touch Tang San. Is it whatever you say? Not enough time is not enough time, and cheating is cheating. Just because you make an excuse, does the fact of cheating disappear? Furthermore, the first time Ma Hongjun saw Bai Chenqiang, looking at her figure and appearance, he had already shown a lecherous expression towards her. Just like that, Bai Chenqiang and Bai He could still admit defeat in the match. They really are a pair of brain-dead grandfather and granddaughter. Oh, they cheated to speed things up, making your granddaughter lose before she could even perform, and you don't say a word. You still think your granddaughter is incompetent? This 100 gold coins, which you yourself found so difficult to produce, shows that it is very likely the living expenses for the Speed clan. They cheated, and you didn't care, just straight up lost to Tang San. You just wanted to appear noble. Damn it, the people below are starving, and you have absolutely no idea, do you? With such a grandfather, with such a Ma Hongjun, Bai Chenqiang can still accept it, plus she herself carries arrogance. I can only say, Bai Chenqiang, you are really hungry. You can stomach anything. Speaking of this, the urge to roast in Song Yi's heart exploded even more. He most despises this kind of disgusting thing that becomes a leader but doesn't care at all about the survival of the people below. Especially when they indulge their opponents in cheating and playing dirty tricks, that is what you call a true piece of trash. Chapter 106, Paying with the Crystal Blood Dragon Ginseng. The Speed clan gained nothing. Bai He and Tang San are both disgusting. Sharp commentary. Although this segment focuses on Bai Chenqiang, Bai He's problems seem numerous as well. Especially this so-called Bai He, who always prioritizes his so-called face, ultimately harming the interests of his own people, which makes it even more disgusting. This group of connected female characters already detested those greasy men, and now that they see the so-called Bai He, they have almost all made up their minds. Du Guyan, how disgusting this Bai He is. His own granddaughter is working hard at the front to secure benefits for the family, and although she might be a bit arrogant, she is at least working right. Du Guyan, in the end, she is working hard, and her grandfather is here pouring cold water on her. He clearly knew the other party was cheating, yet he actually condoned it. Bing Bing is polite to put it bluntly, it's all about face. I've seen too many men like this, they are generous to outsiders every day to make themselves look like they have so much face. In reality, they are stingy with their own families. Hot girl, my dad is the same, it's so speechless. Every time we go out to eat, he rushes to pay the bill to make it look like he's so rich. But at home, he won't even let me buy some resources to cultivate. Calm and composed, disgusting. No wonder this Speed clan has fallen to this state, they are truly, genuinely useless. BB Dong at Needle-Tailed Swift, how is it? Seeing a grandfather like this, do you have any thoughts about joining our Spirit Hall? Needle-Tailed Swift, join my ass. Even if I die, I won't join Spirit Hall. Needle-Tailed Swift, but how could it be like this? This is clearly Ma Hongjun's problem. If the other party cheated, according to the rules, I should be judged the winner. Cheating should mean an automatic loss. The only princess, I agree with this point. In most people's normal perception, if someone cheats, they should be disqualified. Unless additional rules were stated in advance, cheating should result in a loss. Meow meow meow, I didn't expect Ma Hongjun could be this disgusting. Even if Tang San didn't need to cheat, he would probably win, yet he still used such despicable means. Meow meow meow, I think if Tang San knew, he wouldn't approve either. Soft bone body bullshit. Bai Chenqiang could see that there was a problem with the burning speed of the incense, so Tang San couldn't see it. He was simply indifferent, didn't think anything of it, and even supported Ma Hongjun in doing so. Meow meow meow, that makes sense. I was habitually treating Tang San as a normal person, so I suffered a loss. Needle-Tailed Swift, Tang San. You just wait for this, young miss. I will definitely kill you. ... Speed clan. Bai Chenqiang was roaring and furious in the comment section, but at the same time, she also harbored a bit of resentment toward her grandfather. During the day, she went to find her grandfather to say she wanted to catch Tang San, but her grandfather was indifferent and didn't take her words to heart at all. Now, seeing the exposure on the light screen, she might have originally won. Even if her speed wasn't fast enough, if the opponent cheated, she could have been judged the winner. But her grandfather, just for the sake of so-called face, directly judged that she lost. Damn it. Grandfather, is that bit of face really that important? It was the other party who cheated, it was the other party's method that was problematic, why did you ignore that in the end and only see that I would lose? And 100 gold coins, grandfather, that is the living expenses for our entire Speed clan. You just lost it like that. When the time comes, what will our Speed clan eat and drink? Does our entire sect just think about relying on the relief of other sects every day? Being a beggar like this, isn't that more shameful than us going out to earn money? Grandfather, how could you be like this? Thinking of these things, Bai Chenxiang felt heartbroken. It was truly disappointing to have such a grandfather. She was also a child, also had dignity, and also wanted to live a normal life. Even if you don't give me money, you can't stop me from earning it. But now, the entire Speed clan was eating chaff and swallowing vegetables, living almost like beggars. All of this was because of her grandfather. Bai Chenxiang was becoming more and more disappointed in Bai He. And this was not all, there was far more to be sharply critiqued on the light screen. On the light screen. In my opinion, someone with Bai He's personality is completely unqualified to be the clan chief of the Speed clan. A clan chief who stubbornly maintains face to the outside world but can never do anything useful on the inside, why keep him? After the competition ended, Bai He ultimately lost the hard-earned 100 gold coins to N.A.N. Immediately after, Bai He went to drink and eat meat with Titan and the others, and was persuaded to join the Tang sect. Fine, Bai He, oh Bai He, your sect disciples have fallen into such a state, yet you have no burden and go off to drink and eat meat, having a great time. You just lost the sect's 100 gold coins, and in the blink of an eye, you're having a great time yourself, you really know how to pretend. Afterward, Titan introduced that the Tang sect was founded by N.A.N, and that N.A.N was Tang Hao's father, which immediately made Bai He unhappy. Bai He stated directly that he would absolutely not join the Tang sect because the Clear Sky sect was guilty. Yes, the slogans you shout are nice, saying it's for the Speed clan and that you will never return to the Clear Sky sect, nor will you join the Tang sect. But then you turn around and seek out N.A.N, giving away the Crystal Blood Dragon Ginseng, the supreme treasure of your own sect, to help N.A.N recruit young Woody of the Breaking Clan. The Crystal Blood Dragon Ginseng is a top-tier immortal herb, priceless, and even more so, it is the key to resurrecting Xiao Wu in the future. Such a treasure, Young Woody has been coveting it every day, wanting to buy it from you. After all, Young Woody also studies pharmacology. And yet, your Speed clan has accepted so much relief from the Breaking Clan, you even explicitly said yourself that without the Breaking Clan, your Speed clan might not have been able to survive. As a result, you hid it from Young Woody in every possible way, afraid that the Crystal Blood Dragon Ginseng would be given to Young Woody. Then, once N.A.N arrived, in order to help N.A.N, you gave the Crystal Blood Dragon Ginseng away, letting N.A.N use it to lure Young Woody. No, what did N.A.N do for your Speed clan? Just because N.A.N is your relative, you handed over the sect's greatest treasure. Young Woody supported your entire sect for so long, yet you want N.A.N to take this thing to lure him. If I were Young Woody, I would stab you shameless dogs to death on the spot. Moreover, after this Crystal Blood Dragon Ginseng was handed over to N.A.N put it in his wishful 100 treasure purse, and it was immediately eaten by Xiao Wu. Xiao Wu ate the Crystal Blood Dragon Ginseng to condense her physical body and finally had the foundation for resurrection. If this thing didn't exist, Xiao Wu couldn't have been resurrected. Such a treasure, you gave it to someone else for nothing, and even let their wife eat it on the spot. I can only say, the thing you treat as a treasure, they treat as a radish. You clan chief, don't stay in the Speed clan anymore. I think the Speed clan only fails to develop because of you, this obstacle. Chapter 107, Selling Granddaughter for Bloodline. The most disgusting old man in Duluo. Speed clan, destroyed. BB Dong, ha 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 ha, interesting, now I finally understand why the Speed clan is doing the worst among the 4 great clans. BB Dong, even someone like me, whom the world calls a madwoman, knows that you should cozy up to those who are good to you and be wary of those who are bad to you. BB Dong, but I didn't expect this Bai He to do the complete opposite. N.A.N didn't do anything, yet he got a Crystal Blood Dragon Ginseng for free. The Breaking Clan treats them so well, yet they got nothing. BB Dong, ha 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 ha, with a leader like this, why worry about the Speed clan not being destroyed? Most loyal believer of the Sigat Sai, looks like it's another case of being born trash. This guy called Bai He must have something wrong with his brain. Hot girl, if I were Bai Chenxiang, I would rebel immediately. As long as such a grandfather is still alive, the Speed clan will never have a good life. Bing Bing is polite at Needle-tailed Swift, take some time to persuade your grandfather. This is just too much. Needle-tailed Swift, I can't help it either. My grandfather, his personality is just like that. I want to, Speed clan. Bai Chenxiang looked at the light screen helplessly. The sharp critique was completely correct, her grandfather had gone too far. Moreover, these comments were right. It seemed her grandfather didn't care about the Speed clan at all, only thinking about his own face. Bai Chenqiang was someone who had studied, she knew the basics of propriety, righteousness, integrity, and shame, and she knew who was good to her. She sighed. That's right. If it weren't for Grandfather Yang taking care of and helping us all these years, our Speed clan would have starved to death long ago. To put it bluntly, most of the money we spend now comes from Grandfather Yang. Our entire Speed clan is being supported by Grandfather Yang. Yet we, this group of people being supported, are still so arrogant. Even though we have something to repay him with, we don't save it for such a benefactor. Instead, we want to give it to Tang Hao's son. Did Grandfather forget that Tang Hao was the one who harmed our Speed clan like this back then? How could it be like this? How could it? Grandfather, I only realize it now. How could you be such a person? You are wary of a benefactor who helps us, yet you pour your heart and soul into the son of someone who harmed us. No, I absolutely do not agree. Even if I have to steal it, I must steal the crystal blood dragon ginseng out. It must not be given to Tang San. It must be given to Grandfather Yang. This is the principle of repaying a drop of water with a gushing spring. This is the normal way of thinking. Tomorrow I will go and check where the crystal blood dragon ginseng is hidden. 7 Treasure Glazed Tile School. Xiao Wu looked at the sharp critique on the light screen and felt equally uncomfortable. Although I haven't sacrificed myself to Tang San yet, I ultimately don't want to see him use things given to him by others to resurrect me. However, this was something I took the initiative to eat. Sigh. Xiao Wu looked at the content of the sharp critique. She also felt it was best to give the crystal blood dragon ginseng to Yang Wudi. This Bai he really didn't know how to conduct himself, making it seem as if he owed them something. Forget it, this is ultimately a matter of the past. Things are different now, let's keep watching. Xiao Wu was also used it. Although the sharp critique was about others, it always turned back to Tang San, adding to Tang San's black spots. On the light screen. What happens after the crystal blood dragon ginseng is eaten by Xiao Wu? Tang San has no choice but to take out another immortal herb to lure Yang Wudi. Yang Wudi is also a brain-damaged child. His own younger brother died at the hands of Spirit Hall because of the Clear Sky sect, yet he joins the Tang sect for an immortal herb. This younger brother, I think he died in vain. Midway, Tang San and Bai He had a speed competition. It was still the same old trick of using Ma Hongjun's burning method to help Tang San win. These two people cooperating with each other, they really don't feel ashamed at all. Cheating is cheating, as long as they can win, right? After that, the Tang sect was established and experienced the coup of the Heaven Do imperial family. After the coup, Tang San obtained the vast sea cosmic shroud from Emperor Shui Yi and prepared to go to Sea God Island for training. Before going to Sea God Island, Ma Hongjun had already started pursuing Bai Chenqiang. After all, he was the only one without a wife, and he had taken a fancy to Bai Chenqiang because she was beautiful. Call it love at first sight, it's all just lust. Ma Hongjun was despised by Bai Chenqiang because of his fat and sleazy appearance. If you ask me, this Bai Chenqiang is also born trash. She despises Ma Hongjun not because he is a lecher, not because Ma Hongjun has a crooked mind. Just because Ma Hongjun is ugly and not handsome enough. Good. No wonder you, Bai Chenqiang, ended up so miserably in the end, it's your own fault. Only thinking about whether Ma Hongjun is handsome or not. In other words, if someone is handsome, you are willing to accept this lecherous and crooked-minded person. Furthermore, Ma Hongjun is even more disgusting. When he couldn't pursue Bai Chenqiang, he actually went directly to Bai He to propose marriage, without even asking for Bai Chenqiang's wishes. Would Bai He agree? Of course he would agree. Bai He saw the bloodline on Ma Hongjun and directly stated that as long as a child with the Phoenix bloodline is born in the future, it would be left to the Speed clan. Then my granddaughter, you, this sleazy pighead, can take her away. What, you say Ma Hongjun is not worthy of his own granddaughter? You say I am selling my granddaughter? That has nothing to do with me. What I want is the Phoenix bloodline. Is my granddaughter's happiness important? Always talking about favoring boys over girls. I am the clan chief of the clan. As long as I am happy, I can have descendants with the Phoenix bloodline in the future. Who cares about the granddaughter's happiness? As her grandfather, can't I just sell her to a fat pig? Ha, excellent, awesome, Bai He, oh Bai He, in the entire Duluo continent, you are one of the few people who can make me feel this disgusted. For the sake of the so-called Phoenix bloodline, knowing that Ma Hongjun is such a base and disgusting thing, you just sold your granddaughter away. With a character like yours, are you even fit to be a grandfather? Bai Chenqiang is brainless, only despising Ma Hongjun for not being handsome. That's just a young girl, it's normal to have such limitations. You, an adult who has lived for so long, and also the dignified clan chief of a great clan, can actually do such a thing of selling your granddaughter. You are also a beast. This doesn't even count as a political marriage. Such a grandfather, I sincerely advise, if Bai Chenqiang can know about this, she should just stay away. In this kind of environment, you are qualified to say, escape from the original family. The sharp critique reached this point, and Song Yi felt like vomiting for a while. In the entire Duluo continent, except for the political marriage between Zhu Qing and Dai Mubai, this is the only place where I've seen something so disgusting. Zuching is brain damaged, she even took the initiative to come to Dai Mubai. Rongrong didn't know Oscar's true face at the beginning, Xiaowu has known Tang San since she was a child. What do you, Bai Chenqiang and Ma Hongjun, have? Do you have the grandfather's order? Chapter 108, showing superficial respect to his cousin. In truth, pushing her towards Ma Hongjun. Does Tang San even deserve to be a cousin? ... Speed Clan. Looking at the sharp commentary on the light screen, Bai Chenqiang couldn't imagine that her grandfather would actually sell her off to that dead fat pig just for the so-called phoenix spirit. At this moment, Bai Chenqiang was truly driven to despair. How could this be? No. No. Grandfather, I respected you so much. You will always be my most important grandfather. I've always listened to you, but why did you throw me to a man like that? This Ma Hongjun spends all his days fooling around with women. He's wretched, disgusting, and has terrible character. It was because of this Ma Hongjun cheating in the first place, otherwise we wouldn't have lost our 100 gold coins. How could? Grandfather, I. Thinking of this, Bai Chenqiang felt as if something inside her had shattered. Clutching her chest, she was in immense pain, feeling miserable to the extreme. Initially, watching her grandfather condone Ma Hongjun's cheating and hand the crystal blood dragon ginseng over to Tang San on the screen had already caused Bai Chenqiang pain. These things had already made Bai Chenqiang subconsciously feel tormented. Although those actions were dishonest and somewhat disgusting, Bai Chenqiang was still barely able to endure them. Yet, of all things, her grandfather chose to sell her out just to obtain the phoenix spirit's bloodline. How is this any different from the women in brothels? Was a beast like Ma Hongjun someone any woman should associate with? Did Ma Hongjun deserve any normal woman? Thinking up to this point, Bai Chenqiang finally fell into utter despair regarding her grandfather. Fine, grandfather, if you treat me like this, there's no way I can bear it any longer. All these years, for the sake of your pride and self-esteem, the entire clan has lived in hunger and cold. And now, because of your selfishness, you can even abandon your own granddaughter. I might as well not stay in this speed clan anymore. But you are still my grandfather after all. Rest assured, I won't betray you. I just want to go out into the world on my own terms. I will find a way to save our speed clan, and I won't rely on this Ma Hongjun. Gritting her teeth, Bai Chenqiang made her decision. Tomorrow, she would definitely steal the crystal blood dragon ginseng and pay back the breaking clan first. After that, she would escape her family, work hard in the outside world, and break free from her original fate. With her talent, she probably wouldn't fare too badly. Aside from her, the other characters connected to the light screen also sighed in speechless disbelief as they watched the content. Who would have thought that this Bai He not only didn't care about his own sect, but didn't even care about his own flesh and blood granddaughter? Du Guyan, this Bai He is so vile. Both are grandfathers, but my grandfather is so good to me, he would even die for me. Du Guyan, a grandfather like this actually chose to sell his granddaughter in exchange for a bloodline. What does he think his family is, royalty? Playing at political marriage? Bing Bing is polite, a political marriage is an alliance of the strong, marrying off daughters or granddaughters to nobility, not to some dead fat pig like Ma Hongjun. Bing Bing is polite, what a disgusting grandfather. Someone like him doesn't deserve to be a grandfather at all. Hot girl, in any case, if it were me, I would absolutely never accept marrying a beast like Ma Hongjun. Hot girl, is someone like Ma Hongjun even qualified to get married? Calm and composed sigh, this child is indeed too disgusting. Even I find him repulsive, sigh. Bibi Dong, interesting, this Bai He actually has a bit of Qian Dalu's shadow. Didn't Qian Dalu also want me to marry Qian Zunji back then? Bibi Dong, but objectively speaking, at least Qian Zunji didn't look bad, had a noble status, and possessed a top-tier spirit. On the surface, his conditions were the strongest on the continent. Bibi Dong, this Ma Hongjun is such trash. If I ever met him, I would stab him to death on the spot. Bibi Dong, at Needle-Tailed Swift, I suggest you find this Ma Hongjun and kill him directly. That would be best. Needle-Tailed Swift, you don't need to tell me. I will definitely kill Ma Hongjun, destroy Shrek, and kill all those disgusting Tang clan members as well. Yue Hua, how could this be? How could Brother Hao give birth to such a son? Sigh. Lanba Academy. In her room, Lu Erlong looked at the sharp commentary on the light screen and fell into hesitation. Right now, Ma Hongjun, Dai Mubai, and Oscar were all at her Lanba Academy. Having watched the sharp commentary on the light screen during this period, she also knew that these three were very disgusting and had serious character issues. But they are Principal Flender's students after all. Now that Flender is dead, I can only look after these three children. Lu Erlong sighed helplessly, but these three children are truly too disgusting. Even at Lanba Academy, they harass the girls in the academy day in and day out. It has too much of a negative impact on the school's atmosphere. Especially Ma Hongjun, just as the light screen said, he is too much. At this moment, Lu Erlong was also very conflicted internally about whether she should keep these people. She could only watch the light screen, hoping that the subsequent commentary might find even a tiny bit of merit in the three of them. However, she didn't hold much hope. On the light screen. The sharp commentary did not diminish in the slightest. Knowing that her grandfather had agreed to Ma Hongjun's proposal, Bai Chenqiang completely broke down and wanted to complain to Tang San. Tang San was also very surprised to hear that Ma Hongjun had found a way to win over Bai He. On the surface, he promised that he would definitely respect Bai Chenqiang's wishes. If Bai Chenqiang was unwilling, he would definitely make Ma Hongjun restrain himself. Hearing this, it seems like Tang San still has some humanity and isn't too bad to his cousin, right? After all, she is his relative. But in reality, once Fatty arrived, Tang San directly stated that Fatty was the only single